You gave him peace, but he repaid you with neglect. The saddest thing about loving the wrong person is that they become so comfortable receiving your love that they stop noticing the sacrifices behind it. They enjoy your loyalty, your patience, and your kindness, but they never stop to ask what it is costing you. One day you woke up and realize you have spent years giving someone peace while silently losing your own. Hey there, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, please subscribe, click on the notification button, like and share. And to my subscribers, I love you dearly. When you first entered his life, he was carrying so many burdens. His job was unstable. His family life was full of problems. His confidence was broken. Many people had already given up on him. But you didn't. You believed in him when he couldn't believe in himself. You encouraged him when he wanted to quit. You stayed awake listening to his worries. You prayed for him. You celebrated his small victory. You celebrated every small achievement. When life knocked him down, you were the one who helped him stand again. You never kept you never kept scores. You loved him because seeing him happy made you happy. As years passed by, things began to change. His career improved. His life became more comfortable. He started smiling again. People admired the man he had become. They called him successful. They praised his confidence, but few people knew who had helped him survive the darkest days. Instead of becoming more grateful, he became more distant. The conversation became shorter. Your opinion no longer mattered. He stopped asking how you were feeling. He started making decisions without even thinking about you. You noticed the change immediately. At first, you ignored it. You told yourself he was simply busy. You believed things would soon return to normal, but they never did. Days turned into months. You continued giving. You continued taking. You remembered every important date in his life. You forgot yours. You supported his dreams. He ignored yours. You listened to his problem. He barely noticed your tears. One evening, after waiting hours for him to come home, he walked through the door without even greeting you. You sat down, picked up his phone, and acted as though you weren't even there. You looked at him for a long time, not with anger nor hate, but with sadness. You realized that the person who once thanked you for everything had slowly started treating your love like it was something he deserved instead of something he should treasure. That night, you couldn't sleep. You kept asking yourself one painful question: when did I become invisible? You remembered all the sacrifices you had done, the opportunities you had turned down, the dreams you had delayed, the times you chose his happiness over yours. Yet somehow you had become the least important person in his life. The next morning, you stood in front of the mirror. Your eyes looked tired, not because of work, not because of age, but because your heart had been carrying disappointment for too long. That morning, you made a quiet decision. You would stop abandoning yourself just to keep someone else's comfort. You stopped begging for attention. You stopped reminding him to appreciate you. You stopped forcing conversation. You started spending time with people who valued your presence. You returned to the hobbies you had forgotten. You laughed again, smiled again, and slowly became yourself again. At first, he didn't notice it. He assumed you would always be there. But weeks later, something changed. The house felt different. The warmth he had always taken for granted was gone. The person who had always welcomed him with kindness was no longer waiting at the door. He began noticing the silence. He started remembering all the little things you used to do without being asked: the meals you prepared, the encouraging words, the gentle smile after a difficult day. For the first time, he realized that peace is not something you accidentally find. It is something someone creates through love, patience, and sacrifice. He had lived in that place for years without appreciating the person who created it. Finally, he sat beside you. His voice was quieter than usual. He admitted that he had taken you for granted. He confessed that he had become so confused. He had become so focused on enjoying the life you helped him build that he forgot the person who helped him build it. Tears filled his eyes, not because he had lost something, but because he almost lost the person who had given him everything. You listened quietly, not with bitterness, but with wisdom. You had learned that love can survive where you learned that love cannot survive where appreciation is absent. You told him something he won't forget. I never wanted perfection. I only wanted to know that my love mattered. Those words stayed with him. It reminded him of everything you had done for him. Whether your relationship survived or not, one truth became clear. No one should spend their life pouring love into someone who only notices its value after it begins to disappear. The greatest lesson left that you left with was never allow your kindness to become so common that someone mistakes it for your obligation. Your love is a gift. Your loyalty is a gift. Your peace is a gift. The right person will protect those gifts, cherish them, and never make you wonder if they matter or not. Because real love does not only receive, real love appreciates, real love gives back. And the person who truly deserves your heart will never wait until your warmth is gone before realizing how cold life is without you.